stand around and interact with someone around you.
Yes. When we come
Please, once again, the exhibitors, we would love for you to be part of, the summit. There is definitely a lot more to learn as far as business is concerned. So you can leave one representative in your stand if you have the luxury of doing that. Then we'd love for you to also join us out here. Thank you so much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to welcome you to day 4 of TABIS, the Alimosho Exhibition and Business Summit, which is powered by CAPSA 8.0 under the visionary leadership of Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. Today is day 4. Day 1 was amazing. Day 2 was superb. Day 3 was extraordinary. And today is day 4. Please give yourselves a round of applause for being here this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome. Shall we please be upstanding as we take the rendition of the national anthem?
Multimedia, please help us with the national anthem.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to set our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace, oh, battle honored, and this we can't escape. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. Oh God of all creation, grant these our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so in peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed.
God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please
You may please be seated.
be seated.
Blessing, do you also feel that maybe we should have left you? Because
I think I like this one. I like this anthem. So we can make do with this one.
maybe with the number that we have, it was easy for me to look around. And it's not as if I'm casting you, even if I wasn't singing. Only one person in this audience was singing the anthem. It was this my brother, Brown.
I was singing.
You
Yes.
gave myself
Who noticed that I was singing? I know the national anthem, and I'm proud of it.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
I don't know the national anthem.
All right. Standing before you this morning, or your host for today. My name is Blessing Robinson. I am an excellent on-air personality, event host and compare, and doing this together.
I'm also an on-air personality and event host, which is what we're having here today. Please put your hands together for us. Thank you so much. Thank you. So just to ensure that we have order, we're able to stay very, very attentive, and we just want to lay down a few ground rules. Let's just call it housekeeping to ensure that we have a smooth, event. We'd like to request that we all have our phones on silent. We'll not say you should switch off your phones, but let's have it on silent so it doesn't distract, so it doesn't ring out. When that phone rings, it can distract you, the next person to you, it can distract even the speaker. So please let's ensure that our phones are put on silent.
All right. Also, if you need to make use of the restroom, please find your way to your right, my left, and we have the gent to your left, and the ladies to your right.
Okay, in the course of this program, if for any reason you need to step out for anything at all, please do so quiet as much as possible. Back to the issue of trying not to distract people around you and the speaker. So just move around quietly. You can just step to the back and then, make your way to the exit.
Also, we would like to encourage you to engage via social media. You want to take videos, you want to take pictures, maybe the exhibition, maybe the summit, maybe you want to post punchlines from any of the speakers. Please do that and make do with our official hashtags. We want to take note of our official hashtags. We have hashtag TABIS 2025, hashtag TABIS 2025. We have hashtag the Alimosho exhibition, and we have hashtag CAPSA Summit. I'll take that again. Hashtag TABIS 2025, hashtag the Alimosho exhibition, and hashtag CAPSA Summit. So when you take pictures, you take videos, you want to post, you want to engage, make sure that you make do with the official hashtags.
Okay, finally, we also encourage you to be as interactive as possible. The guests or the speakers that we have brought for us today are people that we can learn a lot from. Let's, as much as possible, engage. When we get to the time for question and answers, let's not hold back. You never can tell where you learn that information or that new thing that will be the spark for the next level of maybe your life, your business, or whatever it is. So as much as possible, let's try to be interactive. Thank you.
All right. In the case of any emergency, and we probably need to evacuate the hall, so please take note of the exit doors. We have this one. We have this one behind. We have another door over there. So you might want to just look around just in case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the hall.
When you see real emergency, somebody will go out from the roof.
All right. Once again, welcome to TABIS 2025, day 4. Please, how many of us have been attending from day 1? From day 1. Wow. Please give them a round of applause. Please give them a round of applause. We did something, or we've been doing something from day 1 that we call the TABIS clap. So if you've been attending, you know what I mean. So let's clap the TABIS way. You clap normally. And when I say increase the tempo, you make it louder. Increase the tempo, you make it even louder. Can we do that? Now let's give ourselves a round of applause. The TABIS way. All right, increase the tempo. Increase the tempo. One more time, increase the tempo. I like the way this brother is smiling at me. I don't know, is there something you want to tell me? Is there something you want to tell me? You want to see me after the
when the lady tells you, is there something you want to tell? What other soft landing are you looking for, my brother?
I mean, he's been smiling at me since, and I like it. I like when people, give me that smile. It means that we're doing something that you like or something that interests you. Am I right? So please, I feel like we're a little bit scattered. Can we please come together? We still have some seats here. Please, can we find our way this way? Please, let's do that. Yes, please. Let's come this way. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It will be very helpful, especially for the video coverage. Please, those of us let's just stay in this middle row.
Let's just stay in this middle row, please.
Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've been having impactful sessions. We've had Dr. Olumide Emmanuel speak to us. We've had Mr. Gabriel Ogundele. We've had Mrs. Bosede Olushola Obasa. We've had Mr. Wisdom Ezekiel, and it's really been amazing. So, quickly, we would actually want to hear from 1 or 2 persons, right, on how it has been for you so far, from day 1, till today. You probably did not attend the old days. For the ones that you attended, we just want to hear from you. Anyone wants to talk to us this morning? How has it been for you, the speaking sessions? I believe that we've learned so much.
Anything.
We've learned something.
That you have learned.
I mean, we had questions also. We had quite a number of persons ask questions, and their questions were answered. So that's to say that you left here these few days with something really impactful. So anybody wants to talk to us on how it had been so far for you? We want to make it as interactive as possible.
You want to share something?
Okay, the lady over there wants to share something.
Okay, I will bring the microphone to you.
So you tell us your name. You can as well tell us what you do, because like we like to say, we don't know where your next investor or your next client will come from.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Blessing.
Oh.
Yes, your namesake.
Oh.
And I'm a nurse by profession. Okay, so I have been attending the summit from day one, and it has been nothing short of enlightening and motivating for me. And I have been getting all of this information, insight for free. And I truly appreciate the organizers of Tabis. Thank you.
Thank you. A round of applause
Thank
would
you.
go.
Thank you, Blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Please let me give it to this brother that's been smiling at me. He has something to say.
To you or to us?
I don't know. He just has something to say. I know. My spirit tells me so.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, my name is Blessing, likewise. So,
What's happening? It's a blessed room. Oh, that's why he's been smiling at me. Okay, that's good. Please go ahead, Blessing.
so I've not been able to attend the program throughout since it has been held, but for sure I've been able to learn something because the question I asked Pastor Lumide, Dr. Lumide Emmanuel has really helped me to navigate through that particular area of my life, and it's been pretty good, yeah. So and all of this for free, yeah. So it's very good. Thank you.
All of this for free. Thank you. Please, can we give it to the woman? She's been here from day one. Yes. How has it been for you? You've attended the conference, the summit from day one. Please talk to us.
Yes, it has really been interesting and inspiring, especially yesterday from Pastor Wisdom. In fact, I was here last year though.
Oh.
So last year he talked about his journey, he walked us through his journey. But this year, the model is fantastic. So I'm going to put it to use. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we take one more person? Anybody else want to talk to us on how it has been so far? All right, please let's give ourselves a round of applause. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. We heard the two blessings saying that they got these all insightful teachings for free. So please let's put our hands together for the organizers of Tabis. Please let's put our hands together for them. Increase the tempo. I would always say increase the tempo. We can actually make it louder than that. Also, let's appreciate our platinum sponsor, Wakanao. Please, let's celebrate Wakanao. Let's celebrate Wakanao.
Right now, we'd like to welcome our very first speaker for today. She's an HR and organizational development executive, a transformation strategist and board advisor with nearly 20 years of experience across professional services. We're talking the likes of FMCG and oil and gas. She has led transformational projects, cultural reinvention, and people strategy initiatives that have earned Great Place to Work awards, HR excellence recognitions, and a gender mainstreaming award as Censure finalist Nigeria. She's the founder of Inspired for Impact. She serves as the boards of LifePage Group and the Entrepreneurship Academy, and is a certified global HR professional, a Lagos Business School EMBA Beta Gamma honoree. She is widely recognized for her authentic leadership, strategic foresight, and commitment to unlocking human potential and driving sustainable impact. Ladies and gentlemen, please receive with me, with a loud ovation, Victoria Ibawa, as she comes for the very first session. Please put your hands together.
Kindly increase the tempo.
I thought they said increase the tempo. Increase the tempo. Thank you. There's an echo. Can you hear an echo? Please, can this be clearer? Okay, thank you, everybody. I love what was just done about what has been your key learning points all through, right? How many of you have been here from day one? Every day. Okay. How many of you? How many? If you've been here from day one, stand, let me see you. Stand every day. If you are not sure of yourself, don't stand because you don't know the question I'm going to ask you. You said what? Outside. No, if you've been inside here every day from day one, every day. So are you ready for my question? Not like you come in as an exhibitor and you go out. Oh. Every day. Like you sat through the sessions. Are you a couple? Excuse me, ma'am. You're a couple, right? So you've been here every day, right? Okay. So you as a couple and you have won a copy of my book each. Please, if you can let me get from my stand outside. I want those copies to be here. Actually, supposed to bring, yes, 3 copies. I don't mind giving both of you so you can sew it in somebody else. I want 3 copies. They can come here now. I'd appreciate that. Yes, if they can bring them now. Yes, it's a book that's going to transform your lives. I'm not exaggerating. So if you get a free copy, and it's not cheap. It's 10K. The hardcover is 15K. So thank you. You can take your seats. So my topic, my slides are going to come up very soon. My topic is one that is, it's not your regular topic. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not the normal, come and teach us how to get a job or HR specific topics. It's about general personal effectiveness. And the topic is creating systems and routines for high performance. Are you following me? Creating systems and routines for high performance. That's what you see on the screen. So everything that you have heard so far, everything you have heard since the beginning of this conference, what we are doing in my own segment is to now say, the things that we have learned so far, the things that we have put, I have heard, how do I begin to make them work for me? I heard somebody say, I was here last year, but this year it was a different experience. Right? I heard one of you say that. So what you are going to be learning this morning is beyond all what you have heard. Beyond I heard Dr. Olumide speak. I heard Pastor Wisdom speak. Do you understand? Or I heard Mrs. Victoria Bauer speak. Beyond that is how will it work for you? I can see some people seeing me and they are smiling to say, is this not the woman on the exhibition? Don't worry. I'm a multipurpose person. I have a stand there as well. That's why we're all here, right? So how do you now make the things you have learned so far, how will you make them work for you? That's what we're going to learn. And so what we are learning this morning is how do you now create systems and routines for high performance? So, it's one thing to know, it's another to do, right? Please, I like it when I hear noise, I hear sound. It's one thing to know, it's another to do, right? Please, no. It's one thing to know, it's another to do. But it's also one thing to do and another to do consistently. In fact, before I go to consistently, thank you, sir. Before I go to consistently, it's one thing to do. You do. Thank you very much, sir. Please appreciate our chairman, our committee chairman. I hope you know he's the one leading the team that put this fantastic program together. Please appreciate him once again. Elder Femi Adelugba. So it's one thing to know, another to do. But beyond even doing, it's one thing to do, another to do well. But beyond even doing well, you can do something so well. When they call you and they say, there's nobody that can do this thing like Victoria. There's nobody that can do this thing like Shegun. When Shegun shows up, we know that Shegun is here. Are you following me? When you do it, they just know that there's a Midas touch. What you have put together, what you do, something is different about it. But beyond that, it's okay. But you need to go a step further. And to do what? Do them consistently. You don't need to go a step further to do what? Consistently. So let me play your mind. Let's look at, let's play our mind back and look at social media of today. Look at the people that are trending. Some of them make sense, but is it all of them that make sense? Why do you think they have thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands? There's one word. What's that word? Because it's not even just creativity. Because the algorithm favors how often you are showing up. And now, not just for you to show up and post your own, you are also, you target, oh God, there's some people that know the rhythms of these things. You now target certain accounts to be able to, like what they're doing, show up first. They want those sort of people who have huge following. They know you and they respond to you. Everybody's going to check. All their own followers, they're going to check, who is this person that this our main guy responded to. So there's creativity, then there's consistency. We started with what you know, right? right? So what you know, what you do well, but beyond all that, what you do consistently. And so that's what we're talking about this morning, creating systems and routines for what? High performance. So you can do something so well, and another person can still do the same thing. Give them the same time, the same resources, the same opportunities, but chances are that their output will not be the same. Do we agree? The output will be different, and it's a factor of so many things. It's a factor of their creativity. It's a factor beyond creativity. It's also a factor of how much they have exercised their bodies over time. So if I give you what's his name now, multiplication table. How many of you remember when you were in primary school? Please let me see a show of hand. Yes. So when you were in primary school, you got your multiplication tables, right? The first time you read 2 times 2, how easy was it? How easy was it? But by the time you began to read it consistently, what happened? You don't even need to think about it. When somebody says 2 times 2, let me ask you the question. 2 times 2. 4 times 2. When you were in primary 1, did it take this short time for you? Please, let's appreciate our conveners, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel and Pastor Denike Olumide Emmanuel. Thank you, sir, Amma. Welcome. Okay. So next slide, please. Go to my outline. Please, let's show my outline. Thank you. So I have 5 key things we will look at. 4 main things, but if we have the time, we'll looking at some examples. So what you see on the board, number 1, why do systems matter? Why do systems and routine, why do they matter? The other thing we'll look at, anatomy of high performance. You know, we're saying creating systems and building structures around high performance. And then the other thing is high impact routines and effective systems. So we're starting with, why do we even need to do routines? Why do we need to set up systems? The other thing is, what's the anatomy? So for you to say somebody is a high performance, how do you analyze? How do you dissect? Using the word anatomy. So let's break it down. Let's look at the components of what high performance, what it means. That's what we're going to look at now. And then we'll go on to look at how do you now create those systems. I'll show you that. I'll also show you, it's not on my outline, but I'll show you the difference between just setting your goals. So you have said it here. I heard this person has been fantastic so far the last four days. But how will you move from having those goals to actually actualizing them? We're going to look at them. So we'll look at the difference between just having your goals and building a system around it to help you achieve it. When January this year, if you are sitting here and you set goals, January this year, stand to your feet. If you're sitting in front of me, let me see you stand. If you set goals, please feel free to stand. If you set goals, January this year, thank you. If you think back on all your goals that you set this year, and this is October, so divide your goals by 4. If you have achieved 1/3 of those goals, sit down. Would not share you. Thank you for those. Okay, I'm not giving another set of books out though, but thank you for being honest. You can sit down. Please appreciate those people that just sat down for me. For those of you who just sat down, you will reflect. If you reflect very well, some of those goals that you have not achieved, they might be categorized into different areas. There will be some that are beyond your control, right? But there will be some that, maybe because you didn't have them written down, you don't remember them, right? Or maybe because you wrote them down, but you have not created structures around you to be able to achieve it the way you planned it to be. So I'm going to be giving you some of those examples. You will see them. So what we have now, my next slide is, why do systems and routines matter? There are 3 things that I have here. I hope you can see them clearly. Number 1, high performance don't depend on motivation. They don't open the year 2025 and say, yes, we're going to do this. I went for the December 31st prayers, and my pastor declared This is the year for me to move forward. And then, yes, you are motivated, you are pumped up. Then you go into the year, January, this is what I'm going to do. That does not sustain you. That doesn't make you a high performer. What makes you a high performance is structure. Let me give you a very basic example. Because I know you'll be learning about money as well. Very basic example. I want to save 10 million naira in 2025. So what you say you've heard that have mesmerized you this conference. If you now say, I want to leave this conference by December, I want to have gotten $1,000 or $10,000, whatever it is that is your budget. It won't just happen. How do you now create that structure? You begin to break it down. October, this is what I will achieve. November, this is what I will achieve. December, this is what I will achieve. And beyond breaking it down, what you achieve, that October amount, how will I achieve it? So I've created $3,500 for October. How will I achieve that? What are my key sources of income? What are the ones that I can just sit down and the money will come? If I've been doing 2.5 since, I want to do 3.5 now, what will I do differently? Are you following me? And then beyond knowing them, how do I now begin to put them to action? What are the things I cannot do myself that somebody else has to help me do? Structure. The other thing is the systems create consistency. We started with, it is okay to know something that you're learning here, right? So I said beyond knowing is what? What did we say about beyond knowing? Beyond knowing is what? Beyond knowing is what? And beyond doing is what? Doing well. Fantastic. You are following. Then beyond doing well is doing what? Consistently. So high performance, no. The people who perform high, they know that it's not just about the system that they create. It's because the system helps them to be consistent. And then it builds momentum for you. I'm going to be giving you, I don't want to say so much about the examples because you see the examples soon. And so there's a quote here from James Clerk. The quote says, you do not rise to the level of your goals. I want to be known for this globally. You don't rise to that because you decided to. You fall to the level of your system. You can have the goals, gigantic goals, I want to do this. But you will fall to the level of the structure, the system you have put in place. So what system have you put in place? I want to be the number one person in this field. What do you know about that field? How many books have you read about that field? Then beyond what you know, who knows you? What system have you put? On a monthly basis, I need to go for this conference. On a monthly basis, I need to meet certain leaders in that field. Who knows you? Who would mention your name? When people Google top people in this area, will your name come up? Or if we even Google your name, can I give you an example now? Maybe I don't want to, because of time, I won't ask you to do that. Google your name on Google and see the first key things that will come up about you. Do you want to try that? Can I give you 2 minutes to do that? Quickly, let's do that. Please Google your name. Some people are smiling. Google your name. Let me see. I'm not going to ask you to tell me. You just reflect. Don't worry, I won't ask you to come tell me what you see. What are the first 5 things that come up about your name? First 5 things. So it shows your regularity on the net, what people say or know about you. Those are the things. So ask yourself, is this what I want to be known for? My goals. Then what structure will I build that even if whatever happens, I'll fall to that level? Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I hope there's nobody here that doesn't even have a trace online. Thank you. So let's go to the slide. Next slide, please. So let's now look at systems versus goals. So again, we are looking at creating systems and routines for your high performance. But now let's look at system versus goals. You have your desires, you have your aspirations. But what's the difference? Number one aspect of it is goals and systems. In terms of definition, your goal is your desired outcomes that you want to achieve. But the system is the process and habits that will lead to those outcomes. That's why we're dealing this. I think I've overflogged that. So I'm going to move to the next one. The focus of goals is looking at the future. But system is looking at now. I want to do this by December. What do I need to start doing now? That's system. So let's look at an example. I want to lose 10 kg in 3 months. System will not say I want to lose. System will say I will exercise 30 minutes daily. Are you seeing the difference? I will exercise 30 minutes daily and I will eat balanced meals. That's what system. That's the difference. Which one of these, if 2 people wrote this, which one of them do you think by December, 3 months from now, end of December, they would have achieved their purpose? Which one of them? Is it the one that wrote it as just a goal or the one that said system? I didn't hear you loud enough. Systems. Because there's something he's doing every day. There are 2 words there. There's routine and there's what? Consistency. So let's look at motivation. Motivation around you setting your goal can fade after the goal is achieved. Let me even add something there. It doesn't only fade after the goal is achieved. It can fail if the goal is delayed. Because there will be circumstances that are beyond your control, right? So, but because you have not built a system around it, it will fail. But listen, let me tell you this now. Using that same example of somebody that wants to lose 10 kg in 3 months. By the time it's 3 months and that person loses, let's say 7.5 kg, the tendency for that person to continue is higher than somebody who didn't set a system, who just crash. You know you can crash, lose weight in 10 a week, the 10 kg, right? I've tried it before, it didn't last. Don't let me share you my story. Crash program. You will get it, but it cannot last. In 1 month, you are back again. People will ask you, what happened to your weight loss? Are you following me? But because it's no system. And then the other thing about measurement. You know about your goals, right? What do we say about goals? Goals should be what? What's that? Goals should be what? And there's the A there. The M there stands for what? The M on that SMART stands for what? Measurable. So in terms of measuring your goals, the success, failure, it is based on the outcome. But the progress for system, it is based on the consistency. So I want to lose that 10 kg. In December, I will stand on the scale and say that, it's only 5 kg, I'm disappointed. But if I had done a system, in December, I stand on the scale, most likely 7.5. I feel better, right? I feel healthier. I believe in myself more because I realize that I've made progress, and that's how life is. So everything you have learned, let's take it back to your business. As you leave CAPSA and TABIS 2025, you go back with this, this momentum. Go and build structures around it. So that by the time we are coming here next year and we are asking you for questions, who was here last year, what are the differences in your business, you can come with proofs. And you say, these are the steps. I did 1, 2, 3, not just your desires. And then finally, for sustainability, for goals, it is often short-term. But systems, long-term, but beyond being long-term, you can adapt. So I have lost 7.5 kg. And my doctor is saying that this is not healthy for you, given your other health conditions. You need to manage it. You can adapt. And say, okay, rather than 30 minutes every day, I can do 30 minutes 3 times a week, right? But the other person cannot even know where to start adapting from because there's no structure. Person just did crash program. Just came motivated in January, and by February, person is already doing all sorts. And you're wondering, did you come for CAPSA last year? Are you following me? So let's now look at the anatomy of high performance. There are 4 C's we'll look at under the anatomy. Number 1 is clarity. Please, can take my slide to the next. Fantastic. So how do you now build systems and routine to give you high performance? First is to be clear on your goals. So you have come to CAPSA, you're here, or for those that are joining us online, the clarity is, where do I want to be? What do I want to achieve? My priorities in life, because you can't copy somebody else. The people that you think, they seem to be making it, what's their own priority? What's your own priority? Is there alignment? And so that's the first thing. What do I really want to achieve? Now, not just now, how does it align with my life's purpose? How does it align with my 10-year vision, my 20-year vision? For those who are faith-based people, how does this align with God's purpose for me? What God has said, what I know God has called me to do. How does this 5-year plan align with what I'm going to be doing in another 20 years? That's the question. So you don't just come and say, oh, this speaker gave us this blueprint of what he did in his life. And then you also go replicate it. Yes, you might have some level of success, but it might not be entirely comprehensive for your own. So what do you want to do? Where do you want to be? And what is required? You need that clarity. The other thing there, we've talked about it a lot, is consistency. I'm not going to overflog that. So what the consistency does for you is that it helps you build momentum, but reliability as well. So you're a business person here, and somebody needs you. They come every time, they're checking. Your goods are always there. They're passing a particular, your shop or your business area is open by 9 a.m. every day. Some persons, it's open 9 a.m., sometimes they see you 10 a.m., sometimes they see you 12. And then something major happens. There's a major opportunity. And the person is thinking, who is that person that I am sure I can rely on? That if I go there by 9, I will meet that person there. Will you be the one? If you're not the one there, you have lost out. Because when we say high performance, we're not only talking about you as an individual. We're talking about your business. We're talking about your career. Are you following me? How do you achieve that consistency? So you are giving work. Let me take you to the office. So you do one fantastic delivery today. And then they give you another work, another day, maybe the next month, and the delivery isn't fantastic. That's not consistent. So your consistency is key. The other thing, number 3, is capacity. There's somebody I know that loves to use that word, capacity, your enlightenment. How do you grow your mental and physical and emotional bandwidth? What can you carry? What can you carry? In these days of social media, everybody has mental weakness. It's okay. I'm a human resources practitioner. If you tell me I'm having a mental breakdown, I'm going to first care for you before I start asking about the work. That's my work. I will first ask, are you sure you are good to work? Are you sure you are okay? Because we say it is okay not to be okay. But it is not okay not to be okay all the time. So it's either you are dealing with that thing that is not okay so that you can be okay, or you seek help. Are you following me? You can't give excuses every time. Your mental capacity has to be alert for you to be a high performer. And then the other thing is your physical and emotional ability. And what bandwidth, what can you accommodate? I'm going to give an example of somebody who did so bad on a job. And the person was being evaluated at the end of the year. Fine, he was, in fact, but for those of you who got the book, he had, the example is in that book. At the end of the day, it worked for him because I gave that example using relationships, when I was talking about relationships. So somebody asked, why did you not do well on this particular job? Do you know what? Can you guess? Let me not give you an exam question and say those who have read the book. Do you know what he said? He said his girlfriend jilted him. While I'm not saying emotional instability is not good enough, but the question is, are you able to separate, put things into compartments and know when to rise and face the work that is going to achieve that goal? Are you following me? How many of you will have issues to deal with and you'll be able to say, let me separate this from this? We're not saying don't be human, no. But we are also saying while you are being human, the world is moving. While you are complaining that this is above my pay grade, people are earning higher. People are getting, best staff for this, and you are there complaining that my boss is taking the shine. What's your mental capacity? What's your emotional capacity? What can you absorb? How can you think ahead and say, this is not just for today, it's for tomorrow? I'm building this capacity not just for today, for tomorrow. What's the strength? What's your bandwidth? And then the final thing I have here is your culture. The environment that reinforces high performance. What do you listen to daily? So when I say environment, it's not just the physical environment. The time you spend on your phone, what are you watching? The environment around, everything around you that is outside of you is your environment. So that builds your culture. That begins to reinforce what you believe. And what you believe is what you become. Because you cannot become what you don't believe in. Because you will not practice what you don't believe, right? If somebody says, come today, I'm going to anoint you. If you don't believe it, even if you come and you bring it and in your mind, you're like, I'm just doing it out of respect. I don't believe it won't work for you. Because you won't practice what is required for it to work. So what's your culture? What environment are you in? So my pastor will always say something. And I'm telling you, so when we say culture, we think it's only about, the way I do things. It's everything around your environment. So something that I would always say, if you have 5 friends, by the time 2 of them get married, the 3rd one is engaged. It won't take long for the last 2 to get married. You know why? Culture. The people around them, what they are seeing, what they've gotten used to, the environment around them. So how do you become a high performer? Your behaviors, the environment around you reinforces it. Another example that I also gave in this book, I talked about the people around you impacting your performance, even at work. Do you know that when you sit in the office, the person you sit beside can affect your performance up to 15%? And do you know that 15% can separate a high performer, somebody who's rated as exceed, because it's usually one mark that usually, when you say A is 90% and above, it means B is 89. And between 89 and 90 is just how many marks? How many marks between 89 and 90? Just 1. And so if somebody is impacting your work up to 15%, I'm not just saying it, Harvard Business Review research. So who you have in your corner, beyond what you hear, beyond your system, beyond just putting routine in place, so you can exercise 30 minutes. Let's say use the same exercise, 30 minutes every day. And then you now get into the office and everybody is doing burger every day. Would that exercise work? It will work for the first few hours of the day, right? And then subsequently, it won't work. Because your environment, your culture, is what reinforces your performance. So as you are going through this conference, you are putting together the goals that you want to achieve. You are saying to yourself, what do I need to begin to do every day? Number 1, who are the people I need to have in my corner? Who are the kind of people that have my kind of mindset for my things to change? We're talking high performance now. How do I begin to evaluate myself from where I was yesterday to where I want to be tomorrow? What are the goals? What are the landmarks? What are the milestones I want to tick? So that when I come here in another 1 year, another year, I'm going to be able to say, I came for this conference and I did 1, 2, 3. Because I set to do it. I got the right relationships. I set the right connections in place. And I set the right systems in place. We're going to be talking about how do you now set those systems in place. So let's break down high impact routines and effective system in our next slide. The first thing I put here in terms of examples, have morning routines for focus and energy. To become a high impact person, have your morning routine. You can't say you are high impact and say, because, I'm the boss of myself. 10 a.m. you are still in bed. That's not high impact. Because there's something about your mind that the morning wakes up. Check any athlete. Just look them up. Any great athletes of any time. Many times you will see that they have a early morning routine. They have gone for early morning walk. When the world is sleeping, you have set your world apart because you are going ahead. And can I tell you something? There's also a spiritual aspect to that. There's something about when others are sleeping. People are still stretching by 5:30, 4:30, you are already up. How many of you have tried to take a walk early morning, 4:35? How many of you have done that before? What level of clarity do you have compared to when you go by 2 or when you go by 7? Far. If you've not done it before, try it. Try it. Even prayers. Walk. Just try it. Just say to yourself, so if you think that you need still your 9 hours of sleep, then sleep by 8 p.m. Are you following me? Get that clarity. So high impact routines. I didn't say routines now. I'm saying high impact routines. Number 1, have your morning routines for focus and energy. So you are clearing your mind. You are thinking, what did I do yesterday? In fact, before the morning routine, as you are closing the day before, you should be able to look at your list. What were my to-do lists? What did I say I would achieve? What did I not achieve? So what it does for you, let me tell you what it does. It conditions your mind for the next day. So if I have my to-do list, I've written it down. I've evaluated what I did today, and I wrote down what I plan to do tomorrow. What it does is, by the time I'm taking my early morning walk the next day, you know what that does for me? My mind is clear, because in fact, beyond when you wake up, when you are sleeping, when you document things you want to do, many times there's a lot of inspiration that comes even while you are sleeping. How many of you have realized that? And what we say is, have a book beside your bedstand. For faith-based people, God will speak through you, through that. Because you know, what you intend, what you desire, God will bring it to pass. But it's not going to come down, it's going to give you inspiration. And as those inspiration comes in the middle of the day, you are writing down. When you go for your early morning walk, there's clarity. You are connecting. There's just clarity in the cool of the day. Even when God wanted to meet with Adam and Eve, it was in the cool of the day. We always say it's evening time. It might be early morning, no. I don't know if there's any version that says it must be evening. But the cool of the day. That's early morning when it is cool. The other thing I have here is weekly planning and reflection. So you have your weekly planning. What do I want to achieve this week? I think I already addressed that when I talked about breaking it down January, February, March, right? So have your weekly planning. And then you break it down to your daily plan. At the end of the week, you can now look at your leaf. What did we say? How many of you are business owners here? Amongst you, how many of you have people working for you? Great. So don't just learn this. Go back to your offices. Go back to your business places. Put down these weekly plans. Bring your team together. On a Friday, what did we say? In fact, let's do it on Thursday. Usually you do it on Thursday. So that you still have Friday, that window to address any gap that you had. What did we say we were going to achieve this week? Where are the gaps? If not, you will see people being very, very active. They are not doing anything. They are active. If you look at them physically, you will say, this guy is working. But by the time you do a review, this is what we say we do. This is what we did. You'll be shocked. You'll be amazed. That the people you thought were your high performers, they are the noisemakers. So have it documented. Have your routine documented. The other thing is, workday startup and shutdown rituals. So when do you start your work? This might not apply to everybody, depending on the stage of your business. But what matters is that you are being careful of your mental health and your physical health. So when do you start? When do you shut down? But in fact, even depending on whatever stage you are in, because you need your health, whatever stage of your business, even though I said it might not apply every time. No matter the stage of your business, you should also know when your body needs to rest. Because a high performer, there's a C word we have been using the most today. What's that word? Again? I didn't hear it loud enough. Consistency. So a high performer is not the one that's just high today. Consistently high. One of the things that makes you consistently high is your health. Balancing your health and being in good shape. And then the other thing that we have here is personal renewal. I think I've said this a lot. Your exercise, your reading habits, and creating your quiet time. We already addressed that around, the morning routine, right? Then let's go to how you set up effective systems. The first thing is to start with your desired outcome. What do I want to achieve? We addressed that already. Identify key activities that will drive major results. So let's use the business example again. For those of you who are business owners. So you have a major target. And you say, our target for this year is so thousands of dollars, whatever it is. You can either say, I want to identify 10 key people that will give me 2.5 each out of this amount that I want to get. Or you are targeting 100 people. Are you following me? You will look at your key people. Who are the key people that will help you drive the results? And then for business owners who also have people working for them, who are your key staff? Who are that 20% of your 100 that would that would do the 80% of the work using your Pareto principle? And that's setting effective system, knowing them and knowing how to use them. And then the other thing I have here is you build repeatable processes. If we did this today, it means we can do it tomorrow. Do we have the structure in place to ensure that we can continue to do it? I gave you an example already. Every Thursday, we want to review what we have done this week. Whether you are there, you are not there, by the time your team is used to it, it happens repeatedly. You set up, how do? You set up a time in your calendar. Every 8 a.m., let it be a culture. I was in a team one time. Whatever we are doing, anywhere you are in the world, so long as you're not on leave, because, during COVID, virtual working, even till now, you can work 30 days outside the country, just within the tax laws. It's still allowed. However, if you like, even if you are in, so long as you are Nigerian staff, if you like being in Japan or whatever, you know that 8 a.m. the team is meeting. It's a routine. And not just that the team is meeting, you know that we will check what you said you would do yesterday and what you have done. So before you shut down for that day, you have checked. When people know that there will be some checks, they will check before they shut down. That's repeatedly. So somebody can do it again and again. That's process. And then the other thing is you use tools, you use calendars, you use checklists, automate your processes. So now, calendars, 15, the minimum, the regular one is 15 minutes notice. Wherever you are, even if you are in another part of the world and you've negotiated to work somewhere else, what will you do? Your alarm sounds. Once you hear that reminder, you have 15 minutes. If you are somebody who sleeps in late, you need to brush, have your wig on, or whatever it is you need to change, and then be in front of your camera at the right time. So there are a lot of tools that can help you, to do that. There's so many tools. Let's go to key principles, and I'm going to quickly, and I think this is going to be our last slide, given the time that we have. So a few things that I have here on this slide. The first thing is the power of systems. And the principle here is that systems create predictability. When you have a system, you can predict. You can know that tomorrow, this is what we'll achieve. So this is our system. When we put in 50 man-hours or 50,000 man-hours, given the trend over time, we are going to be able to get whatever tons or barrels of, crude. Sorry, I'm using those examples. So depending, you already know this is our system. For all the assets that we have, all the fields that we have, for us to man them, we need 50 people. You are a business owner. You have 3 branches. Given the system you have had over the years, you know that for a branch to kick off and to meet a particular target, you need a particular number of people. And you need a particular kind of structure in place. If those things are in place already, you can predict the outcome you will have. Because you have done it repeatedly through the systems. So you're a businessman, you deal in palm oil. Permit me to use that example. I'm sure you will smile now. So you deal in palm oil. And you know that if I buy this number of, barrels or kegs, whatever it is, and I have them on a weekly basis, given the number of customers that I have, I can predict that I've done this over 1 month. If I reach 10,000 of them, every month I earn this particular amount from our business. Because it's not seasonal. So you're not going to say, they are using oil now, they're not using it. You use it all the time. So you can predict and say that by October, our business targets that we want to achieve, we will achieve it because we have been consistently following our system. But if you have not been doing that, there's no way you can predict. And if you cannot predict, there's no way you can, boldly take some giant steps. So some investment opportunities would have come along the line. You can predict and say, okay, yes, I can key into this. Because I know that by October, this amount will come in. But that predictability is only coming because you had a system in place. If it's a saving system, you had a system, you're saving a particular amount every month. And so you know that by the time there's a target investment coming, you know already that you are disciplined. You know already that you don't default in your savings. You can already tell. When I do 10,000 every month, by the month of October, end of October, I'll have how much? 100,000. So clearly, it's not rocket science. The predictability is coming from the structure that you have in place. So what structure do you have? So as you're listening to me, I just want you to reflect on your businesses, on your career, the things you say you want to do. What structure have you built around yourself? I have just a few minutes. And so why does this matter? You don't need to crack your head too much to begin to make decisions. You don't need to start, wailing when it's time for decisions. You already have a system in place. So you see some people, you'll be like, how does this man do everything? And you're wondering, how does he, his system, his structure? They have people, there are things in place. They are not carrying all the head. There are things that are automated. Everything on their head. There's people, the system, they're delegating, they're doing some things, whatever works for them, they're using. I'm going to go into the next principle. The next principle is this: using routine as a performance lever. And then, what is the principle that I have there? Routine will anchor your habits. What are your habits? When you say habits, what you love to do, what you are known for, what you do regularly. But let's take that example of, the exercise that we said before. If the person builds a routine and says 30 minutes every day, I want to exercise. Over time, that routine becomes a what? Habit. So it starts from having a routine that you put on your let me give you an example. There was a year, my pastor was speaking, and he said something. I tried to copy it. I don't think I was consistent in doing it. And he said, every time there's a chime on my wife's phone, I will hear, it will just show, pray for my husband, pray for my son, pray for me. So I tried to do it. I didn't do it consistently. Do you understand? If you set a routine like that, it happens every time. Before you know it, it becomes a habit, whether your routine, whether that thing comes up or not. If you wake up at 4:30 every day, even if you set your alarm, most likely you wake up 2 minutes before that time, after some time. Have you noticed that? Your yes is loud, right? So for those of you whose system is used to a particular soap opera, imagine if that system is used to a book that you're reading. Imagine if that system is, you just have it to say, 5 minutes, I'm going to go online and read this research. I'm going to go to this site and read up in my field. Imagine that you just have that routine on your phone. Just 5 minutes every day. You just put it up, 5 minutes. Go to this place, read this, 5 minutes. Over time, it becomes a habit. Your system, every 2 o'clock you eat. Over time, even if there's no clock around you, once it's 2, the worms in your tummy, like we used to say when we were young, begin to sing. You just know. Your system just tells you it is 2 o'clock. And then how do you design your ideal day? Let's end it here. Time blocking for focus. Why does that matter? It helps you to protect, it protects your deep work. Some of the things that I do, I put my phone away for hours. Every time I put my phone away, I achieve so much on that day. Because the phone can be a distraction. It's a great tool, but it can also be a distraction. So I want to go to my very last slide. Let's leave the case study. My call to action. Call to action, please. So what I want you to do now, you've listened to me. Call to action, please. There's a very last slide there. Number 1, as you are, reflect on what is that one thing that you want to improve upon. Write it down. It might be your personal life, your business. You've heard everything that we have shared with you. What's that one area? Identify. Let's quickly do that. We have just a few seconds. What's that one area? Either of your life, of your business, career, whatever it is. You've heard so much about systems, about routine. And then also identify what you want to start to do in terms of a routine. So 5 minutes, this, 30 minutes exercise. Write it down. I want you to write it down. Some persons are looking at me. I want you to write it down. 10 minutes going online to read up on my area. 10 minutes checking on my staff every day. Every week staff meeting, monthly connect sessions, whatever it is. If it's your engagement of your people you want to improve on, document, just write that routine you want to create. And then finally, what's the system that you will build around that? One of the systems you can now do is to identify which day. So every 2 weeks we will do this. Another system will be identify somebody who will lead it on your team. Identify somebody who will lead it on your team. Identify how you will, create flexibility around that. How many of you have written something? How many of you have written something? Can I see you? Document it. I'm going to be around. I'm going to be on the stand for the career session, so you can walk up to me anytime. Let me use these few seconds left to present to the gift winners. Please come forward. Clap for them. There are people who have been here every day since that day. Yes, you can come up. And then the stand 1 outside there, you will get copies of the book if you want more. God bless you. Are we taking pictures? Thank you. Oh, you want? Oh, I only had 3 of them from beginning. Okay, sorry. Thank you. That means you came late. Thank you very much. You can go back. Please clap for them. A round of applause for them. I didn't have opportunity to talk about the book, but you have the book outside. It's on maximizing your career seasons. It's a bestseller. I can tell you that. God bless you. See you soon. Thank you, sir.
Kindly increase the tempo. Increase the tempo. Increase the tempo. Thank you so much, Mrs. Victoria Ibar. That was an insightful session. You would agree with me, yes? You would agree with me. Were you taking notes? I believe I saw that some people were not, and I saw some people taking notes. If you were taking notes, let me see your hands up. Okay, and it's also a good place to pen down your questions. If you have questions, start preparing your questions, because at the end of the whole sessions, we will get to have a question and answer panel session. So please put your questions down. And if you want to write it down and send it across to an usher, you can do that. If you would want to ask your question in person, you can as well do that. Okay, so we're moving on. And right now, I want to welcome a representative from Pertinence Group to come talk to us about what they do. Pertinence Group, please. Please, let's give them a round of applause as they come. Can we have a representative? Make it louder so you can get here faster.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? All right, I'm going to be talking about the products from Pertinence Group. Pertinence Group has 3 products at this exhibition. We have Genius, the one I'm wearing. We have PettySave, and we have Homeworth. So I'll start with Genius. Usually, we're always told that it is good for us to save for the rainy day. And eventually, the rainy day is the next day, right? So as individual, Genius is a fintech app that helps you save automatically. So when you receive your salary, you receive a particular bonus, you receive a particular money, it helps you save automatically. But this is where it gets better. Rather than you, on the rainy day, getting into your savings to take money, Genius offers you a credit, right? Credit is not so popular in this part of the world. It's popular in somewhere outside the country. I'm talking about the Western countries. But what Genius does is that it gives you credit, and that credit, you don't pay interest on it for 30 days. That's where it absolutely gets better. So imagine you get 100,000 naira credit, and you can keep removing from that 100,000 naira. So far, it's not up to 30 days. You can return that money without paying any interest whatsoever, right? So that's basically what Genius is helping you to do. Also, Genius has a marketplace where you can spend the credits you are getting. And when you spend on the marketplace, it helps you, gives you cashbacks, and then you can make a lot more money. But that's not where it ends. Genius also have the business platform. So statistically, about 80% of startups usually fail in their first 5 years because they don't have enough cash flow. So what it does is that when you register as a business on Genius, it helps you save on every single transaction. So imagine I sell a suit of 100,000 naira. I can condition Genius to help me save 1% or 5% of every 100,000 naira that comes into my account. So I know that I'm saving 5,000 naira on every transaction. Imagine if I do 10, 20 transactions every single day. And then after that, you can also access credit. So instead of you going back into your savings, and we have a very clear testimony of our co-founders who, for the past 9 years, have been saving consistently. And through these savings, they even got a microfinance bank license with that savings. We've built buildings with savings. So that is to tell you that savings is very, very important for businesses. So I would not want to talk further on Genius because, yes, if you are using Genius, then you are truly a genius in your business or your personal lives. The second business we're bringing is basically PettySave. PettySave is a microfinance bank, and it basically helps you to save. And if you're registered on PettySave today, I know there is a loan facility that is going to be given out if you want to register on PettySave. So please, they're sharing flyers currently. And we have a promo on PettySave. When you do 2,000 naira saving every single day for the next 90 days, you stand a chance of winning 1 million naira. That is absolutely correct. So you can check the flyers and get on it. PettySafe is a microfinance bank, right? And you do all sorts of transactions that you would like to do on PettySafe. And the last product is Homewards Hotel Akonwajo. So if you want to invest, you would love to invest into the Homewards Hotel. It's an hotel that is currently being constructed, and you don't have that bulk amount to do 1 million, 10 million, 20 million naira in real estate, but you want to start very, very small. So each unit is sold for 50,000 naira, but for the sake of this exhibition, it's currently being sold for 25,000 naira per unit. So you can meet any of our guys across the room, and they will help you get registered, and then you can start your you can start your journey in investment by just 25,000 naira. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Please do that better for Pertinence Group. You have the flyer with you, so you want to go through it and do the needful. We're going to the next. We're going to the second session for today, and our speaker today is Mr. Adebayo Adedeji. Before we call him up, before I read his profile, I spoke to two persons earlier today, and they said that the sessions from day one till today has been really insightful, and it's interesting to know that they got that for free. Am I right? The two blessings. So right now, let's celebrate the organizers of TAVIS 2025. Let's celebrate the organizers of TAVIS 2025. Let's do that better. Let's do that better. Let's also appreciate the entire committee that put this together. Kindly increase the tempo. Kindly increase the tempo. Also, let's celebrate our platinum sponsors, Waka Now. Please celebrate. Kindly increase the tempo. Kindly increase the tempo. Okay. Our next speaker this morning is Adebayo Adedeji, the Group CEO of Waka Now, a leading online travel company in Africa that aims to make travel more accessible and affordable for Africans through technology and innovative payment solutions. Adedeji has a background in finance and leadership at Fortune 500 companies like Amazon, Walmart, and PetSmart. His skills encompass big data, business intelligence, management accounting, and cost management, which he applies to drive growth and operational excellence. So before we bring him up, we would watch a video clip, a video from Waka Now. Multimedia, please help us with that. Thank you.
Life's beautiful moments consist of people in places, people in moments, people getting opportunities, people meeting people. At Waka Now, we are dedicated to ensure that you meet the people you need to and those you love, that you don't miss your opportunities, that life's beautiful moments never pass you by. So, think travel, think Waka Now. Think flights, think Waka Now. Think visa, think Waka Now. Think hotels, think Waka Now. Think holidays, think Waka Now. Travel with Waka Now. Let's go.
All right, with a round of applause, let's make welcome the CEO of Waka Now, Adebayo Adedeji.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. All right. The last time I came, the pastor gave me a check. And the next time I came to your church, I'm the one writing the check. So maybe I need to keep coming here. Because I think I would have more money if I keep coming to this church, Abby. Do you agree with me? People don't seem too enthused to be here. Did they force you to come? Eh? All right. My name is Bayo. I'm a practical teacher. And my profile does not always tell the full story of who I am. So I'll tell you a little bit more about me. Is that okay? Is that okay? I heard some people are online. I welcome you all. Those of you online, I'll try to keep my words. I know I'm in a church, so I'm going to keep my words as politically correct and spiritually correct as possible. Okay? When I was 13, there was a guy that does hair cream in my house. He produces hair cream. The name of the hair cream is called Soulmate. He was our tenant. And he produces from our house. And when he produces, he has waste nylon. And he called me one day because I was his first employee. He didn't have money to hire an employee. So I was the first one. I was in GSS something. GSS 2 or so. And he said, Bayo, come and be selling this waste nylon as payment for you to work for me. And I said, of course. And back in the day, there used to be some abokis, some Hausa people that would be taking metal, they'll be striking it to call attention. And I'll call them, they buy cement bags, and I'll call them and I'll sell them the nylon. So the first time that I sold it, because we had a backlog of them in the compound. So the first time I sold it, I remember I got 100 naira. And then they used to give me 20 naira to go to school as my daily allowance. I would take bus in that 20 naira, and I'll be able to eat lunch with 20 naira. But in one day, I made 100 naira. So the next Monday that I got to school, I was the biggest boy in the canteen. The biggest boy, the absolute biggest boy. When I bought rice, I bought extra meat. And I bought extra fish. And I told them that it was the pomo on the side that I wanted. So the next weekend, because I blew through that 100 naira fast, right? I went and hustled for more nylon. And I sold more nylon. I got another 100 naira. Then the following week, I didn't spend it all. Then the third week, I think I sold 200 or 300 naira. And gradually, that small waste business became something that I did till I left university. It became so big that I used to drive all the way to Emily Millionaire, right? And there was another one, it was rainbow color in Isolo. I used to drive, we lived in Ogba. I used to drive all the way to Isolo to go and collect waste nylon. It got to a point that I got a truck to collect waste nylon. The principle of business is to buy for one and sell for two. Okay? Are you with me? Let me say it one more time for those at the back. The principle of business is to buy for one and sell it for two. So that there's how much profit? One. The principle of smart business is to buy for one and sell at 100. Are you with me? So that you have enough margin to eat more or more fish. I want to level set the principle of business first before I get into what God has laid in my heart. It was when I was sitting down there. They've prepared me. They've given me write-up. I'm not using it. It was when I was sitting down there that I got the inspiration of what I should talk about. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. Did any Muslim come today? Is there anybody that is a Muslim here? Good. Welcome. We're going to teach you the Bible today. I'm going to teach you from Luke 4. Luke chapter 4. I know you didn't bring your Bible, but it's okay. And when I want to talk about the Bible, when I want to talk about business and I go to the Bible, people always ask me, it's possible that the last time I went to church was 3 years ago that I came here. I'm not joking. Are you with me? Have I lost you yet? My name is Bayo. I run a company called wakanow.com. I'm the group CEO. Wakanow is in 30 countries. In Nigeria, we do about 1 billion naira a day in sales. On a bad day, we do 700 million. In one day. Don't clap. Don't clap. I swear to God, don't clap, because I'm not even done. I own a business called Wave Beach. It's called Wave Beach Lagos. Then another one called Athena Beach Lagos. And another one called Kima Beach Lagos. Down the road from here, I just acquired land through a partnership. And I'm building the largest children recreation center for December there. Not far from here. It's on Akomojo Road. Just down here. And I'm doing the same thing in Alausa. I'm doing the same thing in Festac, in Ikorodu. We're looking for land in Ikorodu and Aja. Don't clap yet. I have a business called Lion Warehouse where we sell wosi. I don't know what else to call it. Biscuit, chewing gum, some alcohol, some water, some pineapple juice. I have one filling station in Yanokpaja. I don't know the name. But this is one filling station in Yanokpaja. I have another one in Yaba. I have another one in Ojodu Bega. I'm opening another one in Ogba. I'm opening another one in Isolo. The goal is before the end of this year, by in October, I will have 10 of those. And the goal is by the end of next year, I want to have 100 of them. 100. I also have another business called Lion Print. We do printing jobs. I also have another business. I have 2 beach houses that people rent and sleep in. I have an event center. Okay, what else? Yes, I'm in real estate. Don't clap. I'm going somewhere. Don't clap. I'm in real estate. We acquired one land in Dangote Refinery. It's opposite the sea. I want to build a resort there. I'm also doing a development in Ogombo. I can't remember that one, but it's in Ogombo. We're doing some development there. And it was because of the scripture that I read that made me do a lot more than I've ever done. So let's talk about the Bible. Don't clap. Because I want to be challenged than excited. I don't want you to be excited. I want to be challenged. Are you with me? If you're excited, you have the wrong emotion. I want to be challenged. I'll tell you what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I came back from Ghana in the morning. And as I landed from Ghana, I had to change inside my car. Because I had to go to the TV. I was going to be on CNBC yesterday. So I changed inside suits. Inside car. And then I went to the TV station. And then we spoke English. Then as I was leaving, I called my friend. Because when I'm in VI, I like to call my VI friends. I said, guy, what was it you said? I'm at home. I'm making breakfast for another friend. Because he's working on the boat. And I was like, okay, let me come to your house. I went to his house. We had breakfast. And then we went to another friend that was working on E1. E1 is the water thing happening in Lagos this weekend. And as we were there, it was like, Bayo, let's get a boat. And let's spend the afternoon on the boat. So I called my assistant. I said, cancel my meetings. And I stayed on the boat. And as I stayed on, I called another friend to borrow me his boat. I don't get boat. So I got on the boat. In this Lagos, so on the boat, there was a stage that they designed that was on the water, on a barge. So we're following the stage on the water. So we went from there to boat club. And as I entered boat club, they said, Oga, you cannot enter. You don't have an invitation. I said, in this Lagos, I get invitation. So I called, somebody came outside, gave me invitation. And I entered the place. I swear to God, my mate no did there. My mate no did there. Tony Elumelu was there. The governor was there. And everybody brought their boats. Not borrowed boats. They brought their boats, their yachts. And as I sat down there, I felt challenged that I have achieved nothing. Are you with me? That whatever I have now, I am not doing enough. I sent a message to my wife. I can't read it in church. I will have read the message to you. I'll tell you what I was trying to say to her. I said to my wife that we don't work hard enough. Are you with me? And my wife said, if you walk 1 minute harder, you will die. Then I said, I am invested in the wrong things. Are you with me? Because the type of money that those people they have to be there, I don't have. I was challenged because I was mingling with people that were bigger than me. I did not go to a room that I was an hero. I like to go into rooms that I am with heroes. Are you with me? So, there's this man called Peter. Peter was a fisherman. So Jesus Christ said to him, I said, you, come and follow me. And when you follow me, I'll make you a fisher of men. But one day, Jesus was preaching on the boat, like I was yesterday. And as Jesus was preaching, I swear you've not heard this story before, the way I'm about to tell you. So pay attention. Are you with me? Jesus saw them washing their nets. Pastor, this one you've not heard it before. Only Spirit can reveal it to you. And it's the business spirit. They were washing their nets because they had gone out all night and they brought no fish back. And they were complaining, oh my goodness, we fished all night, we toiled all night. They were complaining. Because you see, people that are unsuccessful have nothing but complain. Write that down. They went out all night, they came back, no fish, and they have complaint. Only thing they have, they were talking to the man that can save them. Okay? And the first thing that came out of their mouth was complaint. We have worked all night. Effort. E for effort. E for effort. E for effort. They have no results. At Waka Now, principle number 5 is result is everything. Say it with me. Result is what? Everything. Everything. Nobody cares about your efforts. Are you with me? So, Peter was complaining. And Jesus Christ said, okay, go back into the water and then cast your net. I'll stop that story there. Where's my timer? One more. And I'll tell you another story. Don't forget that story. Oh. I was on Facebook and I follow a few people on Facebook. I started reading a lot of Facebook now as I get older. But that Instagram and Snapchat is a little too much. So I always have to go to where my mates are, which is Facebook. So I went to where my mates are and I read a story. And this girl said she went to Matori. They wanted to go buy a car, a bus, and they went to Matori. And her husband went to price the car. So she sat in the car enjoying music. And a woman came to her looking like a beggar. And the woman said, please help me. And it looks like everybody around knew the woman because everybody would say, madam, help her. And she said, okay, what can I do for you? And the woman said, oh, I sell vitamins. And she brought the vitamin out of her bag. And the woman said, okay, so my help to you is to buy these vitamins. But I don't want vitamins. The vitamins, how much is vitamin? She said 35,000 naira. I said, okay, but I don't want vitamins because I have enough vitamins at home. And the woman, my friend, now gave her 5,000 naira as a gift. Right? To say, let me just help you and support you. She now collected it and she left. And my friend went to Facebook to write that this businesswoman has become a beggar because she was selling the wrong things in the wrong place. A lot of times, you are not equipped for the people that you want to sell to. I like what that last speaker was saying. That's why I changed my topic. I changed my topic because she was very, very telling you about systems, about routine, about those things. Those things are super important. But you see, if you have the wrong product to the wrong customer, you can have routine every day. You just be like a bookseller in 2025. You didn't get that joke, Abby? Don't worry. A bookseller that is selling novel in 2025. It be my pa. Because the future is online. It's digital. You are wondering how this story matches the story of Peter B. Don't worry. I'm coming. So let's go back to Peter. So Jesus said to Peter, cast your net to the left. And he cast his net. And he caught fish. And the Bible said that the fish filled 2 boats. You know, I like the specificity of the scripture. I do. I've been a student of the Bible for too long. I like the specific. That means that they only had 2 boats. Because the blessing that God released that day did not have count. No. The Bible said that his net started to tear. Okay. Peter had the wrong equipment. Imagine Peter went there with a crawler. Do you know what a crawler is? A crawler is what they use to fish in today's world. It is massive. Your nets are made out of metal and iron. When you cast the net, they don't break. The blessing that God gave to Peter was going to break whatever net. That means that he will have caught more fish. Abi? Imagine that he did not have 1 boat. Imagine he had 50. He will have caught fish that would have filled 50 boats and still overflow. But he had 2 boats. And he had a net. What do you have? You see, a lot of you don't have the right equipment for the blessing of God. Your business cannot grow beyond what the capacity you have. That woman, you cannot sell what you don't have. You can't. Peter cannot catch more fish that his boat was drowning. The Bible said his boat was sinking because of the weight of the fish. God wanted to give him a blessing that will overwhelm him. But his bank account can only collect 50K. So the overwhelming was 51,000. Let me say it one more time and slowly. His bank account can only collect 50K. So for God to overwhelm him was 51,000. Actually 50,500. Actually 50,001. Actually 50,050 kobo. Actually 50,001 kobo. Was already overwhelming for your account. How much can your account collect? Do you understand me? Can you understand me? Oftentimes, you are not ready for that overwhelming blessing. You have 2 boats and a net made out of straws. 2 boats and a net made out of straws. And you don't know when you are going to run into Jesus. You don't know. When that encounter will happen that you've been praying for. Ellie gets me. You don't know when the blessing will come. You have no idea the day you're going to have that encounter. You have absolutely no idea. The only thing that is now required is that on that day, are you ready? Do you have the necessary equipment for overwhelming? Don't get me wrong, you will be overwhelmed though, because Jesus don't know how to do less. So you will be overwhelmed. But is it 50,000 and 1 kobo? Or is it $500 billion? That is the difference. But you'll be overwhelmed. Some people will say their account can only transfer 10K. Only make it. It's not a cost. I'm not costing you. It's not a cost. It's not even a cost. And you say you are doing business. It's not a cost. It's not a cost. It's not. You are a 10K blessing guy. To bless you is 10,000 and 1 kobo. Because you cannot transfer that 1 kobo. Yeah? You have to wait till the next day. It's funny to you, Abby. It is real. Very real. Somebody came to me and said, Bayo, come and invest in my business. I said, what business is it? She said, I want to raise chicken. I said, how many? He said, 2,000 chickens. I said, that's a lot. That's a lot of chicken. But I know I can never make it through you if I invest in 2,000 chicken. Me, I'm looking for 2 million chickens or 20 billion chickens. I'm looking for us to come up with a plan of how we build. I did not say we should not start small. I did not say that. But what I'm saying to you is that the day the blessing of God is going to come, you need the right equipment in your hands. You need the right equipment. Preparedness meets blessing equals to explosion. Preparedness meets blessing equals to explosion. Amen? Amen. We're in church. Amen. All right, let's pack that. You see, I love ideas. I'm a man of ideas. If you wake me up and say, Bayo, what did you see on the road? Me and my guy on the way here, we're counting how many Boku stores we found on the road. We found 3. One here, one on this side, one on this side, and then one on this side. There's 3 Boku store. I followed it. Yeah, then there's Jendor. Then there's another one that I saw. The name was kind of funny. Big Mats. I noticed them. And I was like, Jesus, I'm coming to this road. Go to Open Lion Warehouse on this road. They call me Bio Lion, by the way. If you are wondering what my name is. My real name is Bio Lion. I'm an animal. You know why I like animals? They're not very emotional. If they see food, they just chase. They don't care whether somebody's watching them, their girlfriend is looking at them. They're not there to impress when they are chasing food. They just chase. They don't win all the time, but they will have given it their best. Ideas are like one, anybody can sleep and dream. Actually, there is a theory that when you get a new idea, that it is given to 100,000 people the same way it was delivered to you. They call it the same wavelength. It's a theory. I'm not sure how true it is. But I kind of sometimes believe it because I am sure everybody in this room have seen somebody execute an idea that you thought about. You thought about something and then the next week you saw somebody doing it. You know the difference? Execution. Execution. As I walked into church today, you know, your pastor is here and I know he's a very tough man. I know him well. Yeah, I listen to his teaching sometimes. I saw so many imperfections. And the difference between that imperfection and perfection is execution. Execution. Let me use another word inside that execution. Excellence in execution. Because there are 2 sets of people. People that will continue to dream. Those ones die of hunger. They just sleep and wake up and they say they are Joseph. but they never go to take food to their brothers so that they can enter the pit. And they never interpret dreams. And they never run away from Potiphar so that they can go to prison and they can interpret more dreams. You know the story I'm talking about? Eh? They just never take action. Their life is filled with adjectives. Adjectives. Adjectival. They have good stories. They are adjective users. My people that work with me will tell you, I hate adjectives. Your life must be filled with verbs. Verb is an action word, and that is execution. A man that cannot execute, I'm not joking, will die of hunger or will beg. Begging is actually begging is an action word. Even to beg is an action word. Imagine you just sleep at home and you're dreaming of begging. You will die on the bed of hunger. Even being hungry might be an action word. Are you with me, guys? So, the first I'm trying to get you to is two sets of people. People that just dream and never execute, and then people that execute and never execute excellently. People that, and you know the people that annoy God the most. Which of the two? I can't hear you. People that don't execute or people that don't execute excellently. Which one makes God sick? You know, there's only one part of the scripture that God said, they make me sick. Only one. God has never referenced himself as being sick. But the Bible says that if you are not here or you are not there, that he will spill you out. God said he will throw up. He has malaria. Blah, blah, blah. My interpretation of the scripture is very literal. Those are the people that don't execute excellently. Because they're not here. They just didn't dream. They're not there. They didn't do it well. They're just in the middle. We call them Kobono, Kotutu. That's a lot of you listening to me right now. Sorry. It's a lot of you listening to me. You're not hot. You're not cold. You just describe. You do a little bit. You sit down. You complain. Nigeria! Only the poor complain about this country. Nigeria! Traffic! They only see the hole and miss the donut. Nobody say Nigeria is not tough. Yeah, die. But I don't complain about it. Because you cannot complain about the land that you want to bless you. You cannot curse the land that you expect to give you milk and honey. It's a biblical principle too. And the Bible says you shall call your land Ephsiba and your land Beulah. Abi? You know you don't go to church, oh. But the principle of God is true regardless. If you want to be successful in business, you must be hot. Excellent execution. Hot like fire. Hot like fire. Hot. Hot. Let people name you hot. Let your middle name become hot. What's my name? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. What's my name? What's your name? What is your name? The Bible says that we shall call you a name that only the Lord knows. Abi, what's your name? People that work with me, they call me lion. They don't look at me and say lion. Because I will move like I named myself. When you and I love competition. Because when we compete in business, I would execute flawlessly. My guys will tell you, when I'm building a project, you can bet money on it. Money. And say, I can bet you right now, if Bayern's in Nigeria, right? That He will be on site. You can bet. I'll be there. So a couple of years ago, I was building what I thought was my biggest project at the time. So I took out a bank loan. I took out, I think, 200 million or so. And the bank gave me problem before they gave me that money. But I needed the money because I wanted to execute. I wanted to open. Because I said open date before I start. Before I put one peg in the ground, I said open date. You people don't have faith. You know what faith is? The Bible says that faith is the evidence of things what? Opt for. Opt. I set my open day the day before I start construction. I will tell you my project will open December 16. God has not let me miss it. I then start walking backward. And I'll also. Excellent. I wake up, I go to site. I sleep, I go to site. I take my laptop to site. My team knows I'll work from my site. I will be there. I will set up internet. I am there. Mojele bricklayer. I'll be chasing plastering. I'll be chasing painter. I will get it done. The bank now came to site to come and say, this man that we gave 200 million and drew it down in 3 days. I drew it down 3 days. Monoton. I can't overdraft. The bank came to me to come and say, let me come and check me. I had slept off for site. I wore no shirt. It was in the hot sun. I was holding one condo in the middle of my leg. And I dozed off. Because I had been working tirelessly for the last 4 days. The ED that came looked at me and said, Group CEO, now. I made that money back in two weeks. 2 weeks. I made that money back. 2 weeks. We repaid back that loan in 3 months. Work has never killed anybody. Excellence, delivery has never killed anybody. The Bible said, if a man be diligent in his work, he will not stand before men. That's the scripture of God. That's the scripture. There is no place in this country that I cannot enter. I swear to you, one call, I will enter. Why? Excellence. Because by the time I tell you who I am, you will open the door. My name, people say, I've never met you, but I know by your lion. Now, let us park God and talk about excellence, because there are people in this world that probably don't know God, but they are excellent in their work. God cannot deny them the blessing of excellence. Maybe I should become a pastor. Amen. God cannot deny you the excellence of the blessing of excellence, irrespective of what you believe in. The only thing that you miss is the principle of grace. Because we are all still here by grace. Are you with me? But there's still principle of executing excellently. And it means that it is perfect. Everything must be perfect, irrespective of what you pick to be, irrespective of the career choice you pick. Hopefully, it's the one that can give you the right size of profit, and it's not 50,000 and 1 kobo. God loves you. But God is calling you today to stand up from poverty. My wife once asked me, he said, Daddy, no, that's my daughter. My son, my wife said, Bayo, you know that if we stop working now, you know we are okay, Abby. I looked at her. I said, never. My team said to me, Bayo, we have gotten to 1 billion a day. We're doing well. I looked at the person. I said, never. Somebody said to me, Bayo, you have grown the business to 30 countries. Are you not satisfied? I said, what? Never. So somebody said to me, man, in tourism, you are one of the biggest names in tourism. I said, exactly what you just said, one of the biggest. One. There's a man, you can Google him, his name is Professor Adebayo Adedeji. He's still more popular than me. And he's dead. Is this where I stop? Is this the story? Jesus died and didn't stop. He sent Holy Spirit to continue. Osumio, you're not telling me to stop. Who are you to slow down? Never. Say it with me. Never. It's never enough. Our desire for more, our desire for excellence must never be enough. If you want to be successful in business, it must never be enough. You must still see that trash can and adjust it. See? Yeah. Oh my goodness, this is falling over. Oh God. Okay, I got it. All right. Look at this one. Okay. Never enough. Excellent. We continue to touch it. We continue to adjust it. We continue to make it better than last time. Never enough. We don't get satisfied because we bought an underpilot. And you think that you're the king of your village. What about the next village? Conquer it. What about the next one after that? Conquer it. What about your state? Conquer it. What about your country? Conquer it. What about Africa? Conquer it. What about the world? And maybe we'll go to the moon next. I don't know. Because when God blesses you, when God tells you, cast your net, it means that it's going to be exceedingly more abundant than what I can manage. That means I must take it all. I must take as much. I must take the ocean with me. I must cast my net and take as much fish because I have a cold room. I have multiple cold rooms. I have 100 cold rooms. God knows He will fill all my cold rooms. He will overwhelm me. I have 1,000 cold rooms. I own all the cold rooms in the world. It will overwhelm me. I want to be overwhelmed. That's why I must be ready. Do not clap. Don't clap. Be challenged. Don't clap. I'm not here to excite you. I'm not here to excite you. I drove all the way from Lekki. That man got to my house at 9 something. I could not get down till 10. I was tired. And I still came. So I'm not here to excite you. I'm here because I don't believe that we Africans understand what it means to execute excellently. I'm here because I don't believe you understand. Sometimes you are clouded by religion and you miss the blessing of God. Because you have now become very religious people. Like the Pharisees and the Sadducees. That wear the laws on their chest. And they still don't follow it. I challenge you now. I challenge you. I challenge you. I speak to your soul and say, you are not doing enough. Hear my voice. Let it ring in your ears as you sleep. As you wake up tomorrow. In your business, you are not doing enough. You are not. You know, one man said to me yesterday, he said, I love Bayo. Bayo likes to climb up. And on his way, he will continue to take the ladder. Aha, yes, I'm a capitalist, by the way. I'm not a socialist. I'm a capitalist. And the guy said, you know what I love about you? You like to fly so high that when anybody wants to compete with you, I said, but I never took the atmosphere. Abi, so you can fly too. You can fly too. You can fly too. You know my favorite part of scripture, John 14:14. If you have your Bible, let's read it together. You know what it says? It says, anything you ask in my name, I will do. I swear. He did not put more things to it. He did not put condition. He said, I'm afraid to pray and ask for blessing. Because sometimes I say, do I have the right equipment yet? Because if he goes and answer, and he's not a man that he will lie, neither is the son of man that he will change his mind, that if I ask anything in his name, He will do it. The problem is that your bank account can only collect 50,000 and 1 kobo. $50,000 and 1 kobo. So I challenge you now. You're not doing enough, sir. Ma, you're not doing enough. Those of you at the back, staring at me right now, wearing glasses, you're not doing enough. I challenge you. Whatever you think is excellent that you're doing is not enough. I challenge you. Not enough. Not enough. You can build the best system, frying dundu on the corner of a store. You can only make one corner of a store money with the right systems. You can wake up with the right routine. That's why I went a little bit earlier. That once we build the right things, and you put the right systems, you put the right routine, you hire the right people, oh my goodness, you now start to fly. And even when you fly, you are saying that there is still atmosphere above me. You don't celebrate the atmosphere beneath you. You look up, not down. Because the Bible says, help coming from the north, not the south. So I should not look down. I should always look up. Up. And as long as there's atmosphere above me, there is more height to get to. More height, more height, more height. More height, more height, more height, more height, more. I speak to your soul. Thank you very much.
Praise God. No, there are several jokes, but this moment is not one for jokes. I think even you may need a moment to reflect. He said it with so much assurance because he knows what he is saying. That I am not doing enough. So maybe before this moment passes, it's not in the program, I'll give you a minute to just reflect. If you want to write down the areas where you know that you have not been doing enough, then you have that minute now. 1 minute. Just reflect. Tell someone beside you, you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. Now, he did not allow us clap while he was speaking, but right now, let us celebrate the CEO of Wakana for that session. Is that how you appreciate the value that he has? Hallelujah. Now, you can only tell that we're moving from glory to glory. The foundation that was laid earlier by our mommy, Victoria Ibawa, you see how he laid a few more blocks on it, and then we'll be going on very, very shortly. But for just a couple of minutes, I would like to welcome one of our exhibitors. They have a very, very interesting name. They will come speak to us for a couple of minutes. Talore et Jamsterdam. The representative of Talore et Jamsterdam. I hope I pronounced that properly. I took the Talore as Yoruba. We don't have et. Et sounds maybe French or Spanish. Well, it's all up to you. Please, let's put our hands together for Talore et Jamsterdam.
morning, everybody. We are Talore 8 James Adam. We deal with palazzo, two-piece, gowns, boo-boo. And to crown it all, we are not expensive. Don't think because we are inside, we are very expensive. No, we are not. So please come and check our stand. You know, we have different styles that are reigning now, that are in vogue. Please come and check us. We deal with different, we can even sew. When you come, you can bring your fabrics, we'll sew for you. So just check in, check our stand. You can see what I'm holding. This is jumpsuit. This is a trending dress. This is two-piece. And we have boo-boo. We have them in Adire in different prints. Please come to our stand and check. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going straight into our... Okay, we're going straight into our next session. And like I said, we have laid foundations and we just continue to build more blocks on those. And I'd like to welcome someone who, personally to me, has been a mother. She's an entrepreneur, she's a pastor, she's an author, she's a women empowerment advocate, she's a woman of many sides. She leads Adenike Seller Foods, Share Baby Brand, and Madiba Beautiful Homes, while also hosting Miracle and Power Nights and authoring the bestseller Intimacy with the Holy Spirit. Through the Okpolo Ati Ewa initiative and Sense and Sensibility platform, she equips women to build thriving businesses with confidence and wholeness. A Goldman Sachs 10,000 Women Scholar, life member of WIMBIZ, and she's a Forbes BLK member. She has been named among Nigeria's 100 leading women for the year 2024 and Africa's 31 change makers. Please put your hands together. With awards like the Entrepreneur of the Year and Woman of Merit Gold Award, her mission remains clear: helping women live wholesome lives and reminding all that God's plan is never for failure. She's married and lives with a family in Lagos. Distinguished guests, please put your hands together as I welcome our very first lady, Chief Mrs. Adenike Olumide Emmanuel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, so you've been seated for 2 sessions now, and this is the 3rd session. So I want you to stand up and stretch yourself just where you are. You can twist your waist, stretch your hands. Can I have my slides on the screen? And of course, when you're done, you can be seated. That was an amazing session. Bayo Lion took us away. My own name is Adenike Seller. So what the MC came to come and do after Bayo Lion was done, and he took a pause. That's what we do. So Adenike Seller. When you read my book or you go through my posts, you take a pause. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to be with you today. This is a session for women and for the men that love them. I'm sure every man in the house has a woman in his life. Your mother, your sister, your wife, your sister-in-law. So even if you're here, you should, take note for the woman in your life so you can share this with them. I want you to put your hands together for our 2 previous speakers. Mrs. Victoria Ibawa, Systems and Structures. She made a comment while she was teaching. She said, you wonder how people do the lot that they are doing. And it's because they have systems and structures in place. And that's deep quite there. And then BioLion, he just took Look 4 and turned it upside down. And so now, can I have my slides on the screen? Audiovisual. So now I am talking to you on Empowered to Thrive. Thank you very much. Seizing local and global opportunities for women entrepreneurs. I love speaking to female entrepreneurs, and that was why I founded Opolo Ati Ewa, Women Empowerment Initiative. It's a platform where we speak to business women, female entrepreneurs, on the first Sunday of every month between February and November. And we teach them real-life skills. We give them business tips that they can make use of on Monday morning as they step out. Today, we're going to be looking at the following agenda: why this conversation matters, why we are having what I'm talking about this morning, understanding the landscape, challenges and shifts, unlocking local opportunities in Nigeria, and there are loads of opportunities in Nigeria, tapping into global pathways, and of course, the action points. For those who do not know me, I will give you 30 seconds with that to get to know me a little bit. So, let's get into it. Women entrepreneurs are at the center of economic growth in Nigeria, right? 96% of Nigerian businesses are SMEs, and of those 96%, 32% of them are female-led. 32% of the 96% in Nigeria are female-led. But these women still face a lot of challenges, right? We face challenges when it comes to funding, challenges when it comes to digital situations, challenges when we have systemic barriers, we have policies, we have customs that are challenging for women in the marketplace. But even with these challenges, 83% of Nigerian women have identified themselves as entrepreneurs. And that is readiness right there. That tells us that women are already building, and now is the time to scale and globalize. When you look at the Nigerian landscape, women dominate the informal business sector. When you look at the Northeast, close to 70% in the Northeast of businesses there are led by women. Businesses such as fashion, food, retail, skincare, you find women in these places. These growths are engineered by digital access and grassroots resilience. In order to thrive as female entrepreneurs, we need to build more structured, scalable ventures that can survive the test of time and also expand. In 2024, women-led startups that were able to raise the sum of $29.4 billion USD in 2024. I'll just take a pause there for that to sink in. It's a Selah moment. In 2024, women-led startups raised the sum of $29.4 billion USD. But as enormous as that amount sounds, that was just 11.7% of the total tech fund that came up in that same year. So women are being seen. The landscape is changing gradually, but women are still deprived. They are still underrepresented. And that is the gap that we need to fill. That is the gap that we need to cover up. And we are not to cover the gap by wishing and just being in our one shop and our one office. I'm happy to be speaking after Bio Lion spoke. While he was speaking, he said, never, never. You are not doing what? You're not doing enough. It will amaze you that some women have a blockage in their mindset. Some women would hear that and they will think that he is talking to the men in the house. He is talking to the guys that are listening to him. No, he was speaking to everyone. That you are a woman doesn't mean that you should not reach out for more. You can always reach out for more. There is always something more that you can do beyond what you are doing presently. When he was talking about himself, when he started, he read out his achievements, read out the things that he had done, the offices, the hotels, and he still said that never, that he was going to do more. The men, will hear that and feel challenged. Some women, they will hear that and they will feel, well, that's not for me. It is for you. Nothing stops you from showing up. Nothing stops you for applying for competitions or for grants, for accelerator programs as a woman. Nothing stops you for pitching. Nothing stops you. Yes, there are barriers. Yes, there are challenges. But once you apply the right strategies, we've heard about systems, we've heard about structures. Once you apply the right strategies, you will be able to face the barriers that exist. 58.9% of Nigerian women-led businesses, the struggle to get loan, the struggle to access loans. A loan that a man would enter into a bank to require. We just heard now somebody asking for 200 million naira loan. I don't know the collateral that he was asked to bring for that, but perhaps a landed asset. A woman will go to apply for that same loan and maybe she's not given. Not because she didn't qualify, but because she did not have the required assets. Women don't inherit land. Men inherit land. And that is just a little bit of what women go through in accessing loans. Many remain offline due to digital illiteracy, cost, or lack of tools. Some don't even have access to mentorship. Like I said earlier, cultural norms limit us. Policy gaps, barriers, these barriers can be overcome with the right strategy. For you to thrive as a woman in the business landscape, you have to stop running your business like a one-man show. For you to thrive in the business landscape, in the marketplace, you have to put systems and structures in place. For you to thrive, you have to put branding in place, put automation in place, and then this will help you scale. You have to move from hustle to structured growth. If you are in business as a woman, if you are in business to make money, you are in business for the wrong reasons. Do not get me wrong, making money is part of it. But making money is not what should push you into going into business. Money flows in exchange for goods and services. When you offer value, money will flow. That's just it. When you offer value, money will flow. The goal is not just for profit. For you being in business, the goal is for visibility. The goal is for longevity. The goal is for impact. You want your business to still be in existence many years after you're gone. And this begins with your mindset. It begins with your what? It begins with your what? Now, we have two kinds of mindsets. We have the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. For you to thrive as a woman, as a female entrepreneur in the marketplace, You must have a growth mindset. The fixed mindset will say, I am okay where I am. I have tried. I'm just not getting it right. Oh, all those barriers, all those challenges. It's because I'm a woman. No. The growth mindset, in spite of the challenges, in spite of the barriers, will find a way, find a means to get things done. You come to a floor outside there, and then you pour water there. Somehow that water will go. That water will find a way to just disappear. So as a female entrepreneur, you need to find ways of scaling the barriers, of going through the barriers and sorting things out. We have high growth sectors in Nigeria. We have about 10, 15 or so high growth sectors in Nigeria. But places where women are playing now, industries where women are playing now, they include the agri-processing and food packaging sector. You find women in the agro sector. You find women in the beauty and skincare sector. That's where I place. I play in the skincare sector. The skincare sector now is going organic and Afrocentric. And that's because people are now being careful of what they put on their skin. People are not being mindful. They don't want to go natural, to put organic products on their skin. And when I was getting ready for this session, I Googled the USD of the skincare, organic skincare space industry, and I got the fact that by 2032, that industry is going to worth 28 billion US dollars. So if you are into formulations or you love creating creams or things like that, you are in the right space. Then we have the tech industry, health tech, ed tech, fintech. Women are also playing in those spaces. We have the fashion. I was watching a cartoon. I love watching cartoons. How many people love watching cartoons here? Yeah, it never gets old. I was watching a cartoon one day and I saw them wearing Ankara. And I'm not talking local, I'm not talking Nigerian cartoons. So even your Ankara fabric has gone ahead. If you're into fashion, that is where you should be. You should also be looking at how you can export what you're doing. And so beyond products, you can also export your services. We have coaching services, design services, virtual assistants. You can also play in those places. Now, let us get into the thick of the matter. We have support for women. It's not that we don't have the support for women, right? But it's just that some people do not know how to access this support. So there's something called BOI, Bank of Industry. Bank of Industry has a fund called the GLOW Fund. This GLOW Fund is an acronym for Guaranteed Loans for Women. BOI GLOW Fund. As I'm speaking to you, this is an information session. As I am mentioning these things, you can be Googling them where you are seated, right? Don't wait till I finish and I ask you to take action. Begin to Google now and begin to note all those things. There's the BOI GLOW Fund, a 10 billion naira GLOW Fund, available for Nigerian women. BOI is on the island, Marina, and they have a gender desk. They are very gender friendly. I've been to their office before. Very gender friendly. So you can walk to their office, ask for the gender desk, and ask for this BOI loan. The interest rate, 7%. And they can give you loan for as high as 50 million naira. People are collecting it. The loans comes with training, mentorship. And then we have the DBN. The DBN that's also giving out funds. So far, DBN has disbursed 700 billion naira. The last speaker said, it is the poor that are complaining in this country. Yes, Nigeria can be difficult, but you don't cost the land that will yield to you. So there are opportunities in Nigeria, particularly if you are a woman. That was why I founded Okpolo Atiewa. One of the reasons why I did. Because I came across so many opportunities every day, and I was like, how many can I consume on my own? Let me share this information. In 2023, yes, I was in Côte d'Ivoire. I went with NEPC for an exhibition like this. And on that trip, I was also having a DBN training, Development Bank of Nigeria. They held a training in collaboration with another body for women, mentoring women, teaching women. Intensive, 3 months, online. Now, so I was saying that they have disbursed over 700 billion, and 60% of the 700 billion went to women. We have the TEF, Tony Elumelu Foundation. We have WIMBIS. I am a proud member of WIMBIS. I am a WIMBIS ambassador anytime, any day. Right? WIMBIS is an organization that I would ask female entrepreneurs to join. I tell people, in fact, I still spoke to somebody this week on being a member. I tell people if they can to join WIMBIS, Women in Management, Business and Public Service. It is a platform that is inspiring, that you get the right connections, open you up to people. Well, I will still get there. So there's WIMBIS, there's SLA, She Leads Africa, there's Faith Foundation. These are communities for growth. And there's also one called AWEC. Talking about local funding, still talking about BOI. BOI so far also. So I just mentioned BOI now, and I told you that they have a 10 billion naira fund for women. BOI so far has given out over 100 billion naira to 921 women, right? We have other sources of funds too. Microfinance banks. We've had a bank come talk to us about themselves here today. Microfinance banks, they also give people money. We have angel investors, and some might even be in the house this morning. You come for meetings, you don't talk to the person beside you, you don't even know who you're sitting beside. That person could be an angel investor. Somebody is talking now. Right? We have angel investors in the house. We have cooperatives. These people have money, and they are looking for people to invest in. I don't know those who were here today, but a speaker spoke yesterday and said you don't invest in products, you invest in people. So we have cooperatives also that also have funds, and they are looking for people to invest in, looking for ideas to invest in. There's also crowdfunding. These are areas that you can raise money for your businesses. There's the crowdfunding aspect, the Niger Fund, Kickstarter, GoFundMe. GoFundMe is not only used for when you have challenges, when you have problems. You can also use it to also raise funds for your business. For you to access all those opportunities, for you to even go to BOI, to go and ask for money, I hope you know that you must have your business plan. There's something called elevator speech. So you enter into an elevator and somebody comes in unexpectedly, somebody of repute that you know, and you know that they can help you with your business. And fortunately for you, they ask you a question about your business. And you just need to have something to say within 60 seconds before they get off the elevator. Do you have your elevator speech ready? Do you have your narrative ready? Do you know your numbers when it comes to your business as a female entrepreneur? I was watching The Dragon sometime this week, and somebody came in to come ask for money, and he spoke about his business, and he forgot to mention the exact amount he was asking for. And then the dragons were like, okay, how much are you asking for? He said, okay, I'm sorry, I was flustered. I need 50,000 pounds for 10%. So you must know your numbers, you must have your story ready, and you must be ready to also pitch your business. There's also the e-commerce and digital economy. If you are a female entrepreneur today and you are not online, it is an error. You are missing a large part of the market. A large part of the market. A large part of the market. You must be online. You have to be online. There are some free tools that you can use. You can use WhatsApp, you can use Jumia platform, you can use Konga, Flutterwave store. And then in collecting your money, don't say you want to collect it by cash. It's cash or nothing, no. You should know how you can use Paystack to collect your money, money points. Flutterwave too also does that. See, the digital economy does not care where you are. So long as your product is good, you have good quality products, the internet will reward you. If you have good quality products, if you are customer-centric, you know how to treat customer right, the internet will reward you. It rewards visibility and it rewards value. Let's take a look at networking and mentorship in Nigeria. I did an interview recently with entrepreneurs.ng, and they asked me my view about mentorship. And I said, I can't speak enough on mentorship. If you do not have a mentor in your line of business, it is an error. Somebody has done what you're doing or what you are about to do, and you seeking out this person and riding on their shoulders will give you leverage. It will help you to avoid the pitfalls, to avoid the mistakes that they have made. I have a mentee that I'm mentoring presently. I do 1 year mentorship for some ladies, sometimes, like that. And I'm supposed to meet with her once in a month because of my busy schedule. I met with her Monday last week, yes. And then our next meeting should have been end of October, last Monday in October. And then she was like, no, I can't wait till last Monday in October, ma. I have to see you in 2 weeks' time. That's because she knows the value of mentorship. I just started with her, 2 months into the mentorship session with her, and I asked her at this last session, how has it been for you in the last 2 months? And she was like, it has been amazing. I can now speak out, because she came to me telling me that she wanted to find herself, that she's lost. And we have many women like that. When you are so busy taking care of every other person and you don't even have time for yourself. You don't know what is called self-care. You don't know that you have to take care of yourself first before you can then take care of others, because you cannot give what you don't have. She said, ma, I'm lost. I want to find myself. Please, I need help. And so I asked her, how has it been for you in the last two months? And she said, I'm showing up more. I now believe in myself. A lot of women, they have imposter syndrome. They have identity crisis. That's by the way. So networking and mentorship is very, very important. You do not have to do this alone. Find a mentor or become one. Become one. Become one. You might think that you don't know enough to become a mentor. But if you have been in business for 2 years, already you are a mentor. Somebody needs what you know already. We have, like I mentioned, SLA, She Leads Africa. We have WIMBIS. We have the TEF alumni. That is the Tony Elumelu Foundation. We have AWEC. I came across AWEC in 2018. I was just surfing the internet. When you have your phone, what do you do online? As a female entrepreneur, what do you do? Are you watching other people with their skits and all that? Don't you think it's time for people to begin to watch you also? There are lots of information online. So I came across AWEC, and they were looking for women, and they said women should apply. Business women who were interested should apply. And that was the first cohort 1. I applied. Some of us have this notion that if I apply, they will not take me. They have people that they want to select already. They are just throwing these out, for... No. Some of us have experienced these things. We have been a part of some of these opportunities. By the grace of God, when I see opportunities and I apply, 75% to 80% of the time, I'm always selected. I am always selected. I still saw one recently, and I was like, do I have time for this? So there are loads of opportunities out there. AWEC took me to Rwanda for the first time before I then went again. AWEC took me to Egypt, all expenses paid. When I heard it, me too, I did not believe my Nigerian mind. Is this possible? But I applied. I would rather fail trying than not try at all. I applied. And today, I am still with the AWEC team since 2018. I'm still with them. So when you see any application out there, don't close your mind to it. Worst case scenario is no. But try first. Try. Attend pitch events, attend online masterclasses, go for accelerators. Accelerators will change your mind. It will change your life and change your mind. I was at this airport sometime last year, and I was in an online class, right, at the airport. We were waiting for a car to come pick us up. If I did not join the class, nobody will beat me. You have to drive yourself as a female entrepreneur. Nobody will drive you. When you were a kid, when you were a child in your parents' house, in your parents' homes, they will tell you what to do. Oh yeah, go and have your bath, go and eat, go and dress up, it's time for school, it's time for church and all that. But it comes to a time in your life when no one will tell you what to do. You have to have this inner drive. And if you are a female entrepreneur, and you don't have this inner drive, you can't succeed. Nobody will build your business for you. That is the difference between us women and men. Most men, they have, not all of them now, most of them, they have this inner entrepreneurial drive. Entrepreneurship is a spirit. You need to have it. It's a spirit. It was a Forbes conference. A Forbes female conference in South Africa. I couldn't go. I didn't have the funds to attend, but there was the virtual online class, and I joined. It was not convenient. I was at the airport. I joined the airport's internet, airport Wi-Fi, and I connected. And I was carrying my bag, carrying my iPad. You must have this personal inner drive. These are the things that will expose your mind. You don't have to leave Nigeria to know what's happening in other countries. You will see women like you speaking, giving ideas, talking at conferences. You see such women, you know that I can do this too. They don't have two heads. We all have one head. We all have one head. And so you allow this to inspire you, to challenge you. That was one thing that the other speaker was saying. He said, don't clap, be challenged, be challenged. You hear those things, you see these things, and they become a challenge to you. That if this person is doing it, then what is stopping me from doing it? And then you collaborate with people. Collaboration is the new competition. What is collaboration? What is collaboration? Collaboration is the new competition. Yes, you are here to exhibit. Some of us are here to exhibit. That doesn't mean that you should not go around other people's stand too, to also see what's happening. You can just find someone that you can collaborate with. The fashion designer can collaborate with somebody who is into interior. They can make throw pillows together. Somebody is into food. Yeah, another person is into food. You can do something together. You collaborate. The fastest growth comes when you are plugged into a network that is bigger than you. Now, when you look at the international landscape, there's also growth there too. African products are in high demand. The Japa era, people leaving the country, and so they've left the country, but they still want the Nigerian food, they want the Nigerian clothing, they want the Nigerian items. So Nigerian products are in high demand abroad, and you don't have to leave the shores of this country to partake in that. Growing demand for Afrocentric goods. People want Ankara in the diaspora. They want black skincare products, natural foods. Yes. So if your product is export ready, and you can do it in the formal way or the informal way. The formal way is you join NEPC. You are here, you are selling fish, or you are selling palm oil, you can go and register with NEPC. And you can go on exhibitions with them. Like I told you, 2023, I went on exhibition with NEPC, and they took us to Côte d'Ivoire. There was another one I should have gone for in this month to Algeria. But I left the country in the month of August, and we were asked to drop our passports. I couldn't drop my passport. If not, I will be in Algeria this month, all expenses paid. All expenses. As in, they will pay for my plane ticket, pay for my accommodation, feeding, everything. But if you do not plug yourself into these networks, you'll just be hearing about them. You can sell your stuff via Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, Handmade. And then network. Is anybody in fashion here? You're in fashion. Do you know about ITC? Where you are seated there, Google ITC. Google WTO ITC. If you are in fashion, if you are in cosmetics, if you are in agric, and you are not a member of ITC, you are missing. WTO ITC, they have a weed fund, and that fund is Women Exporters in Digital Economy Fund, a 50 million naira USD fund. Grants, just grants for women. I think the one for Nigeria is done already. It's for African countries, African female business owners. But it's closed, but it can open again. However, on the ITC platform, there are loads of opportunities there, courses free of charge that you can take. So you should check them out. There's the Cartier's Women's Initiative. There's Vital Forces. Women Deliver African Business Heroes. Apply for these opportunities boldly. Don't be afraid. Don't say I'm not going to win. Why do you think that you will not win? Those who have won, what did they do in a special way? Find out. Most times it's the application process. It could be a bit tedious, yes, but you can scale through. And then if you don't have products, if you are into services, you can still export. You can still export your services. You are into graphics design, you are into writing, you have administrative skills, you can still export these items, right? You go on platforms such as Upwork, Fiverr, TopTal. You register on those platforms and you get jobs on those platforms. You can create e-courses, e-books, how to make clothes, how to be a good fashion designer, how to bake, how to formulate. You create these e-books and then you sell them online, maybe as 2,500 or 2,000 naira. You check, or maybe even 5,000 naira. You make it cheap so that people will come in. It's not about the price now, it's about the quantity, the bulk of the people that will come and buy. You create a funnel and you are making money right from your sitting room. That is why Nigerian government, they've said no bank accounts, no bank accounts. Because people are making crazy money right from their sitting room. And that money must enter bank. So for them to track that money, they say go and take tin. You get why? So monetize your skills. Nigerian women are exporting skills globally. I know of people who are making money in dollars on a daily basis. The global accelerators programs, we have Google for Startups. You can join any accelerator program. Google for Startups, we have Y Combinator, we have Sisters Women Entrepreneurship, Africa Prize for Engineering Innovation. You can Google this even as I'm speaking. These platforms, they give you funding, they give you mentorship, and they give you connections. They give you funding, they give you mentorship, and they give you connections. So you begin with research. You apply, and you keep improving your pitch each time. If you don't get it the first time, you try again. I don't know how many pitch events that I have attended. Sometimes back, I think in 2013 or 2014, I went for a business reality show, Firo House. I have done a lot, though. I've done a lot. And that's it. You have to keep at it. Like he said, never. They can call you names. They can say that you are an overachiever or that you are doing too much. That is why they will always be behind you, because you will always be in front. So you go for it, you don't stop. And there are women who are making waves in Nigeria. And I have 3 case studies here. We have Temi Giwa Tubosun, and then we have Afyong Williams, and then we have Tosin Faniro Dada. Temi Giwa added tech to health, right? So she saw that delivering blood to hospitals was quite difficult. And so she created Life Bank, a tech business to help deliver blood, get blood to hospitals on time. And she's doing it here in Nigeria and in some African countries. Afyong Williams, she's the MD of Real Fruit. We all know that fruits are seasonal in Nigeria. There are times when you have cashew, and then you have cherry, and then you have mango. Just last week, I was asking someone, is maize in season? Because I feel like eating boiled maize. So she saw this challenge, and she travels abroad. She sees that there are dried fruits as snacks in stores. And she came back home. How can we do this in Nigeria? And that is how you make money. You solve a problem. You solve a problem, money locates you. You don't go into business because you want to make money. You solve a problem, money will come looking for you. She saw the need, and she established Real Fruit. And now we have snacks. We have fruits as snacks all season. And then Tosin Faniro Dada, she's an investor. She invests in people. So if you're looking for money, you can search her out and tell her that you heard about her from CAPSA. So you have to be globally ready, be global ready, be globally relevant. You need skills. As a female entrepreneur, know how to use the internet. Know how to use applications. If you don't know, go and learn. You don't need to know everything, just know a little bit. For branding, you can use Canva. For planning, you can use Trello, Notion. For your accounting, you can use Excel. A lot of female business owners don't know how to separate their personal fund from their business fund. That is accounting 101, business 101. What we teach at Apollo at here were the first few times when you come. That you must separate your business fund from your personal fund, your business account from your personal accounts. Don't lump everything together. And then you need to know how to tell stories. Know how to tell stories, particularly when you are pitching. I was talking about the guy that came into the Dragon's Den to come collect £50,000 for 10%. When they asked him, they said, "What is your story?" He said him and his wife began to develop a product. That product is a suction product where you can put on the wall and it will stay on the wall, and then you can do whatever you want to do. He said as they were developing that product that his mom was diagnosed of cancer and that his mom died. And then that after a year and a half, him and his wife, they picked up the product again because they couldn't go on for a year plus. It was picked up again, and while they were now doing the product again, his wife also was diagnosed of cancer, and his wife died. That was how it was in the Dragon's Den. The way you say, But the dragons are not sentimental people, right? You know that. Yeah, they have emotions, but they are not sentimental people. In fact, as a matter of fact, he almost walked out of there without collecting anything. But 2 of them made him an offer. For this £50,000 that you are asking for, we will give it to you at 25%, not at 10%. And so he agreed. So have a story around your business, particularly when you are going to go and pitch. Have a story around it. So I was talking about networks, join networks. You have to join networks. You cannot do this alone. And then the empowerment blueprint, take action. I want you to think beyond borders. Think beyond borders. You are in Nigeria here. You can make money outside Nigeria. Pick one local and global opportunity and go for it. Let me share one with you. So AWEC is opening cohort 9. The one I went for cohort 1 many years ago. They are now in cohort 9. And they are opening the application on the 19th of January, 2026. But right now, they are asking people to join the wait list. So if you're a businesswoman and you're interested in being mentored where your business is concerned, you must have a registered business already. I want you to go to weareawec.org. We are AWEC, AWEC.org, and then you will see there, join wait list. So you join the wait list, and then you can go to the back there. Apollo Atiwa is at the back there. You drop your name and your contact details so that we can follow up. So that is an opportunity that you can join globally. AWEC is for African women, and then you can join Apollo Atiwa itself. We meet every first Sunday, like we are meeting tomorrow. We meet every first Sunday. If you're a businesswoman and you are not a member of Apollo Atiwa, you are missing. You are missing. People don't appreciate what they have until they lose it, right? So think beyond borders, local roots, global reach. Build with what you have. Leverage your networks, platforms. Share your story. Let people hear you. Do videos online. Don't be shy. Empowerment is not a solo journey. We have to come together to thrive together. So if you want to go far, you go alone. But if you want to go further, want to go very far, then you go with a company, you go with people. Somebody said the question isn't who is going to let me. No. The question is, who is going to stop me? Thank you very much.
Mama, thank you so much. Please, once again, let's put our hands together for our mommy. Pastor, have you ever considered, they will talk, but it's only talk they will talk. But I think at this rate, if we continue to come to church and get this much quality, we have to start putting in gate fee for church. Have you ever thought about it, Pastor? Say anybody, sometimes when I finish my show on Sundays and I, watch the church service, and the value that comes from this pulpit every time, these are things that if you go out, what we have heard today, if you go outside to conferences for it, it is premium. It is premium. So, man of God, sir, they go talk. Whether you collect or you don't collect, they go talk. But where would they think cash? You might not implement it now, but just think about it later. For what you have received today, if you were asked to pay for it, would you not pay? Please, once again, let's put our hands together for our Mama, Chief Mrs. Adenike Emmanuel. Thank you so much, Ma. God bless you. God bless you. And I like to believe that it is not enough for us to come to these kind of events and just listen. We have to be able to go home with something. We have to be able to act on whatever it is that we have heard, such that in a few months down the line, in a few years down the line, we are the ones who will be on this side also sharing our own stories. One thing that has really stood out for me, as far as all the three speakers today, is that you can see that there is a personal touch to everything. Each person sharing their own story. Yours is the next story that we're waiting to hear.
I expected that you would give yourself a round of applause in advance for the story that we will hear very soon. You can make that louder. All right, thank you very much. I know we have questions. I know we have lots of questions we want to ask, but then because of time, we will move that to tomorrow. We have sessions again tomorrow, so the questions will take place tomorrow. So put down your questions, pen them down, write them down. Tomorrow, all questions will be attended to. So quickly, let's welcome the chairman of the committee, Mr. Femi Adeluba. He has a message for us. Kindly increase the tempo.
Thank you to everybody. Good afternoon once again. We are grateful for your being here, and I believe you have gained quite a lot, right? So a big round of applause to our overseer and also to Pastor Adenike for the opportunity. It's because of them that we are here, and it's because of you that we are also here. Hallelujah. So very one vital thing that I need to share with everybody who is in business but has not registered his or her business name here. You want to register your business name? Can I see you by a show of hand? You want to register your business name. So right now there's an opportunity that the federal government is giving to everybody, 250,000 people who want to register their business, the small and medium scale enterprises. Okay, so immediately after this program, see me at the exit there so that you can take your name down and guide you on what to do. You have to do it by yourself. There's a SMEDAN, small medium enterprise industry that the government it's a government institution. So they are giving opportunity to 250,000. So the first 250,000 that register their name on the platform of CAC will be given free company certificates. So I need you to take up the opportunity. You heard it from CAPSA. That's part of the blessing. Thank you.
Somebody say updates. Updates. All right. You heard that, so you need to do the needful. That's some of those things that you get to benefit when you attend a summit like this. Once again, a round of applause for the organizers of TABIS 2025.
So right now, we'd like to welcome very quickly, briefly as well, the final exhibitor who will be speaking just about, showcasing what they're here with. We'd like to welcome the Damel Beddings. Do we have anyone from Damel Beddings? Are they here?
Are they here? A representative from Damel Beddings, please. Do we have? Okay. Okay, someone's coming. Okay, someone's coming. Please give her a round of applause.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Oluwaseyi Lewis. I am the director of Damel Interiors. So, Damel Interiors, we do interior designs, and our interior designs is not only limited to homes, it's also extended to offices and estates. Because sometimes when people hear about interior design, the only thing they focus on is maybe their living space, but interior designs can also be done in your offices, your hotels, churches, and lounge. So I know sometimes we often think that interior design is expensive, and people always, avoid hiring interior designers because sometimes they feel that they will eat so deep into their purse. But in Damel Interiors, we help you, to meet you at every point, at every level you are. We have package for people that don't really have enough, to spend. We help to, fit into your budget. And if you are somebody that also loves luxury, we are ready to take you there. We are ready to help you manage your millions. We help you to manage your thousands. And at the end of the day, you will be satisfied. And after every job delivery we did, we don't leave you at it. We are always there, to take your feedbacks and help you, until you are satisfied. Damel Interior will not leave you like that. And also, we also have a showroom where we have some of our pieces, some of our interior decorations. You can always walk in to our store. We are located at number 23 Orelokwe Street. We have beautiful pieces. And today, we are also exhibiting. After this program, you can walk to our stand and, take advantage of a massive discount. Because by the time, after today, when you come to our store, what you will be able to buy here, you won't be able to buy it in our store. It may have been the store price, but today we have massive discounts for you, so you can feel free to walk to our stand today and take advantage of it. Thank you. I'll be looking forward to seeing you.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so just before, we have a brief announcements for you, but more importantly, don't be in a hurry to leave. Just like she has said, all the vendors are here and they have massive discounts on everything that they have within the arena.
Yeah, so we also got to know that some people just maybe pass a stand or a booth because you just assume that you cannot afford. I don't think we should deal, based on what we've heard today, I don't think we should deal with that mentality. So please feel free to visit the booth, the stand, and, purchase something. At least get to find out, how much it's been sold and, purchase something. Also, the exhibition has been on, so you know that we have an open market, at the Transformation Hall. You can find your way there, to pick something as well. Just as my co-host said, that massive discount, seem to be going on over there. And from the first day to today, we've been having a business counseling, and we would also have that just for 30 minutes after now. For 30 minutes, you find your way over there for a 30 minutes business counseling. So if you're interested, you know how it's done for those who have attended from day one till today.
Okay.
And then tomorrow.
Yes. Tomorrow, this conference or this summit will be coming to a close. And more like saving the best for the last, we'll have an expanded panel session where all the speakers, right from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and of course those that spoke today, will be here to answer any questions you may have. So if for any reason you probably missed yesterday, you missed the day before, of course we are here today, make sure you do not miss tomorrow. And more importantly, we're going to be hearing from our overseer. He's going to be, and the ace comedian. I've heard him speak before, not as a comedian, so I know what I'm saying when I tell you Ali Baba would also blow your minds. He's a super, super, super talented person. I've heard him speak in the area of business as well, and I was indeed blessed at that meeting. He will be here in this hall as well tomorrow, so make sure you bring somebody to church tomorrow. We start at 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yeah.
And here at Calvary Bible Church here tomorrow, services, combined service, starts at 8 a.m. and it runs through the summit would also happen. So please don't forget that one of the reasons we come together, we also come to network. So it won't be bad that when you leave now, don't just rush. Don't rush away. Get to talk to somebody. Get to introduce yourself to somebody. Like we like to say, you do not know where your next investor or next client will be coming from. So once again, we want to thank you for coming to TABIS 2025. Thank you for taking your time to be here. Thank you for exhibiting, to the exhibitors, to the sponsors, to the organizers. Thank you. And to our platinum sponsors, Wakanao.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon. Just moving around and having.
Sorry, one last minute information, please. Our overseer, Pastor Olumide Emmanuel, we have, what's it called now? An apartment down the street called Sapphire. So it's being declared open today. So please, you can go there, take a walk around. It's a short-let environment. If you have people who are coming into the country, or into Lagos, not necessarily from outside Nigeria, wherever, and they want a very comfortable place to see around, please, you need to pay a visit. Even you yourself, you want to take some time off and relax and get off all the noise in the environment, there is a good place for you to stay. So it's just down the street. You walk down. From this gate now, you turn left. So you just go like about 100 meters, or even less. So that's where we have Sapphire. Please, you can go over. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. So for those who register for counseling, for business counseling and career counseling, please, let's see you over there. Thank you very much. God bless.